But it's a Monday night, late night, and it's relatively quiet here. I was, it's continues to be in the news. After I talked about it in a previous video, Las Vegas, business is down there. Casino business is down. Tourism is down. And some people are blaming it on the excessive fees. I heard a good report on one of the networks last week that it was talking about how Las Vegas, and I think this was from like a travel agent company, a travel agency. And they said that Las Vegas used to be the best value in any vacation. Bang for the buck, discounted buffets, just to get you in the casino, prime ribs, and, everything else. And then over the years, it's just changed. The casinos, instead of having free parking, they would charge for parking. That affected the locals, probably more than the tourists. A lot of the tourists fly in, and whether they take Uber or cabs these days, who knows? It's a hard city to drive around in. If you're on the Strip, if you're staying in somewhere in Henderson, it's good to have a car there. But it's just, the parking and then resort fees have gotten out of hand. And I use the example, and I think when the guy was on TV, he was talking about, it's kind of turned into like Disney in terms of the value. It's expensive. Whether your kid's going to one or adults going to the other. They're expensive vacations. So, again, I live in Florida. I'm an hour away from the Hard Rock in Tampa, or maybe about 2.5, 3 hours away from Hollywood. I haven't been there in a while. That's a great casino, lots to do. But, the value is here. Oh, look at this. Okay, did we get anything across? We got Kings all the way. Okay, they're playing our song. This is the first time. For $393. See what happens when you get Buddhas on. Okay, one more. Oh, a triple. I'm sorry. See, Buddha, aren't you glad we're here in Tampa?